Hi, welcome back to collegeinsider.com. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you for asking.
Can you please introduce yourself to everybody?
My name is Mario Munoz, and I attend Ottawa University, or UAZ, here in Arizona, and I'm a college soccer player there.
That's awesome, thank you. So your campus has only been up for a couple years. How do you like it so far?
So far so good, no major problems. It's just really small since we are just barely opening up. A bunch of construction, opening up a new cafeteria, a new stadium around us, and then we also have a new building of classrooms, and the weight room is going to be there, so that's pretty cool. Looking forward for that. Should be finishing up by the end of this summer actually. So
oh wow, that's fast.
Yep, we've been waiting for it for last year.
That's good to hear. As a student athlete, do you find it more pressure to have good grades than the most?
I believe I should have good grades no matter what the situation is. My parents have always taught me to have good grades since I was little. They did not accept a C at all. So A's and B's, preferably A's. If I got B's, they would still question it. We should maintain a good GPA, just because a good GPA for the team, it shows good for the whole school.
Right.
And then if I get good grades, that pressures my other teammates to get good grades as well. So that's another thing. And I have to show my coach that I am a responsible student athlete, and student comes before athlete. So in order for me to show him that, I have to be on top of all my classes and my grades.
Awesome. You mentioned your parents in the last answer. How's it living away from them?
Living away from them is pretty difficult since I have moved away from them for 4-hour drive from here to them. I moved out here for college and to continue playing soccer, so that's the reason I moved out. For me, it's pretty difficult because I've been a family-centered person, and for me not to see my family every single day is kind of difficult. But I guess that's the part of growing up, you know. So I mean, I'm taking it one day at a time. But I'm pretty sure I know for sure that they're proud of me for everything what I've done.
Right, and you still see them most often, right?
I visit occasionally. I try to go down for Mother's Day for sure. Christmas is another big event I go for, Thanksgiving, just big holidays, and whenever I have time, the weekend off, I just go over there and just try to make it.
That's good, that's awesome. So what is the best part of being an Ottawa student athlete?
To be in OUAZ, you have to represent is the atmosphere. We have a bunch of guys that are not selfish, and we get along because of that. We somehow, as corny as it sounds, we ended up being a big family.
Okay.
Just by not being self-centered, we listen, and we bond better just because we're not selfish. The school's vision, like we said, the school has only been up this is going to be the 3rd year coming up. So for that, their vision is really big, and I can see it. They have been developing a lot of new buildings. They've been talking about what else they want to add. They listen to their students, so that's pretty interesting too for me. And just being in Arizona, I mean, this is my hometown, born and raised, so being part of this, I guess, in the beginning, because they want to be one of the best schools in Arizona.
Right.
And that can be tough because, you know, U of A is around and ASU is around. But I mean, as long as they keep going in the right direction, I feel like they can become one of the best schools. And for me, being part of one of the first few students to attend it, I feel like that's a big accomplishment on my part as well.
That's definitely a big accomplishment. So you've been playing soccer for the last 3 years, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Are you pursuing to go professional with it sometime soon?
I've been playing for college for the last 3 years, but I've always had the mindset of soccer can only take me so far. And for me, in my vision, professionally wise, I don't see myself going professional. I just wanted soccer to take me in this roller coaster of a ride, I guess you would say. It brought me the goods, it brought me the bads, emotional. I have the passion for the sport, but I'd rather just, you know, be an adult, grow up, and pursue the career field that I am pursuing, which is business. And I don't see myself going pro, so no, that's not.
And if you had the opportunity to go pro as an offer, would you take it, or would you stay and become a business worker?
Obviously, I'm not dumb. I mean, professionals pay, you know, good money. So if I had the opportunity to go pro, I think I would take it. But I would have to see the contract, and I would have to see all that good stuff just in order for me to see if it's actually a real opportunity, or is it just gonna be kind of wasting my time? Because like I said, soccer can only take me so far, and if the opportunity is not right, then why take it?
Right, it's a hit or miss, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, so I see that you're involved as a full-time student athlete and you also work. How does that affect you in any way or form?
The only time it affects me mostly is just I don't get enough sleep, or I might not have as much social life as others. But I mean, like I said, for me, it's not a big effect just because I've been working since I was little. My family has a restaurant.
How little? 8-year-old?
No, not that little. I mean, obviously that would be like against the law. But I've been working somewhat as a busser, picking up plates, dishwasher, since I was like the age of 13. I've always wanted to make my own money, so grinding was never a difficulty for me. Like I said, my family has a restaurant, so whenever my mom worked, I would go after school, just help out pick plates, roll silverware, whatever I could do just to get some extra cash in my pockets, just because I didn't want to be asking my parents for money. And I'm a business guy, so whenever I can make money, I go for it. And since then, I mean, the work ethic has been there. It's just like I said, I don't have that much of a social life, or I don't get to sleep as much hours as other people. But when you have a big team of, I believe we have like 40 plus players on our team. We have team A and team B, which is divided. We fight for a spot. So if we have a big team like that, I don't really need a social life, because every day with them is a blessing.
Awesome. So how do you manage your time then?
Managing my time is difficult. It's not too difficult. I mean, it's pretty much written down for me already. It's just I wake up, go to soccer, go to my weights. After that, I go to class, and after class, I go to work, and after work, I come home and we do it all over. And whenever I see a little small opportunity of time I got anywhere in between that, I try to do my work. I try to get everything done in a fashionable way that I won't be late on stuff, because in life there's no waiting. So whenever you have a breather or anything, instead of just sitting down doing nothing, I go and do my homework, or my work job. Also I need to do stuff outside of work, so that I can do that. And then just if I do have some extra time on my hands, then I go out, have social life with my girlfriend or my other best friends. But other than that, the days usually planned out for me. So I mean, there's not really a big trouble on that part of managing my own time.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you for taking your time out of your day to answer some questions with us. I'll see you guys again. Come back next week.
Thank you.